Let's see. It is 155. Eclissi versus OG Realm is now. Yeah, we can try to get on this. I'm down. I'm down for another one. All right, let me get set up. Oh, okay. They're picking a map. They're picking a map. Let me get the scoreboard set up. How does that look? Yeah, that'll work. Here, let's pull up our match page. Make sure we're not missing anything. We did get Busan for our first map. OG Realm is starting on the right, so that's correct. Just let me have FACEIT league drops on the channel. Let's promote this as much as we can. Genji Band coming through from Eclissi here to kick things off. I mean, I would love that. Hey, if we get enough signups, I can get 3 days of drops. That's one of the rewards. That is one of the rewards. Aw. Dildex said they put Big B on the big screen at the Glitch B&B. Nice, nice. Well, what's up, Ducks? All right. Since this was so last second, just kind of confirming with our teams here. Sorry, I went quiet for a second. I was just confirming with our teams in match chat, making sure nobody minds getting on stream. Obviously, we decide this very last second heat of the moment. Like, sure, why not? Let's jump in here. Oh, and Crit is streaming as well. Awesome. All right, we're heading into Busan here for map 1. Oh, there, I got you. Okay, let's get into your second match of the day. Let's do this. We get a little Busan. Oh, it's nice to have a fresh map pool. Oh, it's so nice to have a fresh map pool. We get some Busan. We saw some Ruin Asapi there in our first match. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Okay. Lunar Eclissi taking on OG Realm here for our next match. Six and Lunar. Or 6 and Luna. It's not Lunar. I said, excuse me, Luna. Eclissi. 6 and Eclissi have found the first couple of kills here, courtesy of Sly and the Ramatra composition. OG Realm trying to play very fast here in the Hazard Tracer Soj. Oh, let's get some Shadow Pop. Oh, and you got some Little Plume on this team. Okay, Little Plume and Yukino. Okay. I can dig this roster. I can dig this roster. I don't know as much about the OG Realm squad. I think we got them on once last season. I think it's their 3rd season in the league. I think they were in advanced. I could be mistaking them for another team. I'll have to go double check that. But I think they were advanced in season 3 and then moved up to expert for season 4. But did have a fresh look, fresh logo. Leap into the backline there from Kappa. Hey, let me give you some Kappa pop. Able to find Sly there. Sorry, I was a bit late on that. Random screenshot to lock in. Command screenshot. Blue here with the opening rush. Noxu with good sight lines. Able to clean up the high ground. Ready moving back onto the point. Noxu having a great fight. 3 final blows, 4 final blows for Noxu in that one. Well played. Fudgy, your head coach for Super Scared of Women. Nice. We'll sneak in from the back line while Sly's going to pop the overclock there in the front. Noxu's looking to answer. I have to sneeze. Bellerit. I can't believe Fable got that out there. You're down Fab. I mean, it's not gonna work out for me. I honestly just can't believe that sound barrier even hit the ground. Is it Fab or Fabe? Or is it like 2 syllables? Like Fabe? Either way, like that was such a risky sound barrier. And now a empty ult chest here for OG Realm. 80% and counting on the board for Eclissi. Cap is able to grab back a control and then just dips out of theater. It's getting pursued by 3 players here. Where are all the red outlines? Teammate waiting on the point. Noxu's going to get popped by Sly on the approach. Now Sly with some high ground to work with. Excuse me. Eclissi with just a little bit of cleanup here. They'll take the opening round. Indeed, downtown belongs to them.
Score 1-0.
Isn't 6 normally a DPS player? That's a very good question. And I was saying thank you before I started sneezing. Thank you, Balaran, for the follow. I thought I remembered 6 being a DPS player too, but that's y'all would know better than I would.
Round 2. Capture the objective. Not so fast.
Mirror Ramattra compositions. Moving into Sanctuary. Nice body block. Kappa is able to answer the Nemesis form. Just well played cooldown trade there from OG Realm. Sly had kind of dipped off to the point when we saw the very beginning of the fight, and it left Eclissi without some of their damage, without some of their teeth that they needed there in that opening engagement. Head on a swivel there from Noxu. Trying to make sure Shadow's not able to sneak in under the skin. Find access to that soft underbelly that is the support line. Goes in, tries to just duel it out with Noxu. Did take a boop and survives through the 1v2 long enough for Little Plume to find crit in the backline. Ooh. Thunder erupts here in Dallas. Get to fight erupting here in Busan. Slide goes in way too deep. The peel successful. Not able to escape, but I mean, Slide does create enough space where the rest of Eclissi are able to kind of mush up to that high ground. It's a messy fight. It's a bloodbath, but it's control for Eclissi when the dust settles. Trying to duck up into the corner. 6 shows up for some beautiful peel. Both Sojourns are now off the table. Oh, the Annihilation booped back. 6 is trying to get back in range and get some value out of it, but it just fades away. Nice play out of Fabe, able to get the sound barrier into that fight as well. But Yukino, second barrier in. Now the push comes through from Eclissi. OG Wilmer are able to disengage, back away. Kappa still with an ultimate to work with. Doesn't need it to finish off 6. Once again, winning the cooldown trade. Kappa's been so good here on the Ramattra so far. Seems to be a very methodical tank player. Very well thought out positioning and use of cooldowns. Yeah, 6 is hit scan. That's what I was thinking too, Fudgy. Okay. Good call from Machu there. Good call from Machu. Jake Numbers, thank you for the follow. OG Room successfully controlling this right alley. So it looks like Shadow and Eclissi try to push through the left-hand side, dancing around the statue. Shadow would love to get this pulse hit onto the Sojourn. Crit's going to be the action. The first one to invest does not go in their favor. Overclock now up from Slide. Shadow's able to finally get theirs in. Doesn't find much, but you know what? Just compressing the Vice here onto OG Realm. And this is going to be a flip comes through. Eclissi will grab the point at 61%, and this is looking like one last 99.99. Santana, thank you for the follow. Appreciate you being here. This Kappa guy looks low-key goated. You know, I'm starting to agree. I'm starting to agree with that assessment. Hoping to force a map 3 here, or round 3 rather. See if they can send us over to Mecha Base. Noxie with the OC to work with. Little Plume with the only support ult in the version of this Kitsune and Rush. But Noxie's OC comes out good. Fabe is able to get 3 with this sound barrier, running headlong into the Kitsune from the other side. Jumping shot! Noxu hits 2 before they hit the ground! What a play out of Noxu! That was amazing! That's an ace for Noxu! Spectacular finish and sending us to Mecha Base with style! Let's go! Okay. Okay, I see you, Noxu. I see you.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
There's risk of being shocked here in this match. Hey, see what I did there?
Round 3. Capture the objective.
Yeah, making time. I was hoping to catch him coming through that, like, see him run by. Anyway, all right. Anyway. Interesting change here compositionally with Quick coming out on the Symmetra. It completely changes the way you have to think about rotations, at least the potential of it. You gotta always be prepared for that teleporter, and yeah, you can't rotate into enemy territory nearly as well. You see Yukino try to do it and getting lasered at from all of those sim turrets. So fight kind of forced out here in the middle, but nevertheless, it still comes up with an OG Realm win. Kappa with another great performance. Exact same ult percentage between Kappa and 6, by the way. Ooh. Sly showing us the second appearance of Freya here in Path to Pro. I've talked to 5 women my whole life. Oh, looter. Hey, it's about quality over quantity. Trying to get the double. They got it. Nicely done. Ooh, Sly. That's going to be the Kappa's force nemesis. That armor will not last. Sly's going to come up with a third. Yukino with the chase out of the outside. Okay. Showing us that burst potential there of the Freya. Now has Bolo ready to go. Got the extra ult charge off the back of that with those 3 final blows. Oh, there's the drop down underneath. This is going to take too long. Annihilation up from 6. There comes the Bolo into the back line. Ooh, Fabe is able to get the kill from up on the wall. Trades that one out. Random screenshot to lock in. +1 here at OG Realm. Kitsune Rush was invested in the back of that fight. So, I mean, a 3 ult investment there from Eclissi. And this one will not go their way. Salmaria comes in making a 4 ult investment. This is going to get 3 ults simultaneously coming in from OG Realm on the other side, including this overclock and Kappa's Annihilation. So Yukino coming in drops the beat, and immediately 3 players from OG Realm all hit Q at the same time. And what was already looking like a losing fight for Eclissi. So I mean, I gotta give some props for Yukino on that. Big brain beat. I would never recommend that beat, and yet the response it got was absolutely worth the investment. Knocks you under pressure, finds a kill on the slide. And that's part of the consistency of the Sojourn. In talking with players on thoughts on Freya, it was, can Freya be more consistent in damage output than a Sojourn? So we're getting a kind of a direct head-to-head on that. A little microcosm onto that duel into which can provide more value. 6 pushing forward at critical health. Little plug right there to top him up, and Sly finds one in the thick of things. This is going to flip hands once again. Neither team really seeming to be able to control this point, at least not for any extended period of time. Ole, thank you for the follow. One good thing about Freya, Freya gets back in a fight real fast. Although, I mean, same can be said for Soji as well. Kappa played on the exact opposite side. Yeah, Kappa's pushed up short stair side, short bridge. Okay, now goes to rotate. The rest of the team has moved out on the high ground. There's the Kitsune rush from Plume, and it's down low. I think it's just to catch the drop down. It works. Interesting placement on that. What an unusually and well-placed Kitsune rush here in a critical fight. Both teams at 90% in round 3. And you end up giving yourselves 2 opening picks. Sly with the ultimate on the Bolo. Kitsune rush up here from Blue. OG Realm trying to push back onto the point. The Bolo lands because Suzu's there from Blue. But it's not going to last long. Oh, and 2 ultimates get shut down by 6's Annihilation. I don't even think the Kitsune rush hit the battlefield. LA to Eclissi. We'll take a 100-99 round 3 here on Busan to claim the map.
This ends now.
Power says, I'm a straight guy, but Horrocks could change that. Luna responds with, have you seen J9? He's so dreamy. I think you're all cutie patooties, all right? Shaving beard but keeping mustache? Whoa. Y'all are amazing. Okay, no, Season 4 was their first season in the league. For some reason, I thought OG Realm was in advance for Season 3. I was mistaken on that. Season 4 was their first season. 6-10 finish was good enough to get them into playoffs, but they did get knocked out, like, first round. Hey, still, you made playoffs. You made top 16 in your debut. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Okay, so the Freya ban in... from OG Realm, and they are starting us on the right-hand side. So I'm going to do what I did before, just sub in the Tracer, and then I'll just rank Freya over the top of it. I'll get a Freya image added in. I'll have to do that today. It wouldn't take me long. Yep, no biggie. Zarya ban coming through from Eclissi. King's Row chosen out of OG Realm. Let's go look at some stats. Stats. Show me some stats. Actually doesn't look as close on the stat board as you might think with how close all 3 of those sub maps are.
Now entering. Initiating bridge.
Looking with only 5 deaths. Wait, which was Shadow? Liquid is Shadow. Okay. It's time for a little Kings. Let's get in the map too. So it's the second time we've seen a Freya ban today. So at the very least, Freya is enough of a threat to warrant bans in both of our series. You know, I'm very curious as to what kind of impact Freya would have in the meta. Do we see Freya often? Do we see kind of a niche pick? Like we're, you know, I think that's kind of it. We're kind of seeing it on Control. Otherwise, it has been Soj all day long. But we've seen one map, one team brought a Freya so far. Opening pick on the Sly. Actually, I mean, despite losing Noxu, this is a great advantage here for OG Realm on their first attack. They're going to force a flip. This is force 6 to put their backup against the OG Realm spawn. Oh, but in that short amount of time, able to find a crucial pick onto Fabe. I was just gone with Fabe. It looks like it should be 2 syllables. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong on that one. Noxu returns to the fight to take down 6 in that early advantage. And is going to net a potential first cap, at least 2 ticks. Chase is getting room. That's kind of funny. There's the cap. Lots of time in the bank. Cap is going to make sure that the chimneys are all clean up top. We're looking at a significant consumer rush advantage here for Blue and OG Realm. This could be thrown right down towards the subway. This could be a nasty way to take us back corner. Ooh, push up top though. Kappa's low. Kappa's got a violent leap away. Giving up a lot of space for Sly is waiting by bookstore to find a couple of picks. Just as OG Realm are disengaging, Sly's there with a beautiful cutoff.
That feels much better.
Kappa's able to find 6 with the downpour. Considering rush tossed in from Blue. Just ensures a cleanup. We're going to get no ults. Oh, as I say, we're going to get no ults. Shadow drops a pulse bomb right in the thick of everybody. That would have been nasty if it had landed, but it didn't, and it wasn't. Blue with a little swift step trying to help join in this mismatch that should put... Oh, okay. So if Blue was still in the house, they would have had that kill. Shadow looks like they've been in... Okay, no, they're still dancing around here in the back line. Bloom with a rush. Eclissi trying to fight down a player, now down 2. Both DPS ults invested here from OG Realm. And the great opening pick onto Yukino. Just never an opportunity for the Sound Barrier to get into this fight. I mean, it would have been exactly what they needed to try to fight this back. Now you're going to get swaps from Little Plume and Shadow. As this card continues to just roll on forward. Lots of time in the bank. So far, every fight has gone OG Realm's favor. I say, actually, it's been a 2-to-1. We did get Sly with that great intercept. So, it's a 2-to-1 in team fights. Now with an overcharged overclock. Headshot landed on a Noxu, but the orbiter comes in. Healing is gone. Sound Barrier tosses from the defense. They're going to push forward with this. And the very tail end, last railgun, Sly's going to find Noxu. Continues to toss rails in Kappa's direction. Shadow getting chased here. But able to kind of break the ankles, just dancing in and out of the top. Defense will hold and get their second fight win. Downpour from Kappa has already picked up 1. That is a lot of people caught in the downpour. That was at least 3. Sorry, I initially hit the wrong call, but Kappa fights 3 with the ultimate, takes Sly down out of it. Now Consumer Rush tossed in to help with the cap. And Yukino gets the brunt of another rail out of Noxu. OG Realm will complete point B with 3.5 to work into the Foundry. disruptor shot tossed in where Kappa's holding deep in enemy territory. Was trying to use that little hallway to see if they could secure a flank angle, but it has been driven out. You do have a nano blade available from this defense. Yukito continues to stay on Kappa. Try to completely clean this side hallway. Nano blade is in. 6 is down. Overclock has been up from Noxu, but it was canceled by this blade. A couple of good slashes on to Kappa will at least force the Needs cooldowns to back away. Defense stabilizing on the back of that. Excuse me. So give him time to give Noxu back into this fight. Excuse me, get Sly back into this fight, who has an OC. Oh, that was on the right palm, though. Noxu gets a beautiful rail shot in to find 6. Sly's overclock is going the other direction. That was until Blue was able to turn it off, shut it down, put an end to that nonsense. Now, 3% away from a Katsune Rush. A beautiful ultimate. Oh, the Suzu misses to cleanse the purple. Noxu in a little bit of trouble. Blue does get that Katsune down. Then there's plenty of healing resource utility and attack speed to go around. Enough for a Cap with potentially about a $1.50. Let's see how quickly they're able to clean up here. Little Plume does not get in time with the swift step to save Sly. So it is indeed going to be about $1.35 actually on the clock.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Oh, I didn't pay out your prints from map 1, did I? There. I don't care if they're late, you get prints. I don't care if they're late. Better late than never, right? There are some lightning fast 30-second prints, though. It's just because I forgot.
Pace yourself. That's what I always tell Reinhardt. Not that he ever listens.
Okay. Carry Juno backline.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
Okay, so we're getting the Sly Genji with the Shadow taken to the skies. Sly just a little push through Hotel. It's just Crit down here watching this, and ooh, Crit goes down early in that duel. Blue was able to get some healing in. Of course, that leaves Kappa slightly vulnerable. Swix, who, by the way, is pulling out the hazard for the first time today. Able to clean up his high ground, catch Fabe and Blue. At least force them both of them off the high ground to where Little Plume is able to catch the former. Well played. They're out of 6 in a Eclissi. Get on the point. There you go. Six is doubling the ult charge of Kappa, by the way. Almost, nearly. I'm curious, could this potentially catch, defense a little flat-footed? It's a decent Jagged Wall to block some heals, but Kappa had their own Jagged Block, or Vicious Block. There's that downpour coming in. You're able to catch 2. Oh, but the wall, it hits the defensive wall out of Kappa. Well played. Now Katsune rush in from the other side. Sly does have a Genji Blade diving into the back. They're able to chop through Noxu. Force a swift step out. Puts Blue in a vulnerable spot. Great exchange. Really well played ultimates out of Eclissi.
Thank you.
They're able to force a bunch of cooldowns out early in that fight. Now still holding on to a couple of ultimates here in this one. There comes the downpour from Kappa. Drop it in with the drift thrusters. Barrage will turn the corner, pick up one. With 6 coming up with 3 others. Rally and Barrage and Downpour, well, excuse me, Rally and Barrage got used in that from the attacking. From the attacking squad, from the attacking Eclissi. Oh my God, everybody bunched up on this high ground now. You have a beat blade combo here for the defense to work with. Faba's gone back over into the Lucio, coming off the Judo. Little Plume gets cut down immediately. Sly tries to come in and peel. Also gets the sharp end of the katana. Crit with 3 in this fight. Gonna dash through. Put a stop to this. Obviously, plenty of time left in the bank. Coming in with 5 minutes. Eclissi, you're gonna have multiple stabs here to complete the map. Send us into OT or extra innings. Little Plume has the nano boost here. Could go on to the Pharl with it, or on to Sly. I mean, you could wait for another nano blade. First one was pretty darn successful. Kino with an aggressive push in here, trying to get a little bit of mecha control. It will be Sly receiving the nano boost. Consider a rush in from Blue. Going in, looking for Fame. Able to get the beat down. A risky Soundbearer once again out of Fabe. And once again, it lands. And, well, unfortunately, in that same scenario, it's not going to be enough to hold out through the fight. Despite getting the beat in, the Nano Blade will overcome. Cart rounds the final corner. Okay. Downpour will stop the recontest. Beautifully timed. Noxie comes out of spawn to fight too, though. Oh! Sly drops the question mark in chat. Oh, Noxie with the big save. That would have been an enormous tie bank. And with everybody locked in from the downpour on the other side. Oh, that was completely up to Noxie all point. Comes in with the swift execution on the slide. Kappa's now swapped over to a Ramatra here. Crit overextends to the high ground. Rally popped here from Yukino. Now with a player advantage, trying to pursue that. Think they've got an edge over Kappa. Kappa having to back all the way up into the corner. Suzu used, and they still can't get far enough away to escape the wrath of Eclissi. There's the cleanup, and that's going to be the cap. But Noxia's heroic play ate another minute off the clock, getting these time banks far more comparable than they otherwise would have been.
Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Shadow sticking with the far on the defense. Once again, we get the fast hazard Genji Soj comp against the attacking squad. Same plan, go take high ground, but Crit doesn't find the success this time. We had a massive change from the defense as they stack Hotel this time around, as opposed to just leaving Slide down low by themselves. Ends up working out though. Yukino does go down. We'll see if there's a quick enough response coming in from OG Realm to try to take advantage of that. There's the engage there from Kappa diving into the back line. Trapped inside a hotel. Manages to back their way towards safe side. Gets a Suzu. And will end up to live through this. Buy enough time for Fabi and Blue to get picks. And some percentage starting to build. We'll get an extra inning cap here. Nochi Run will put a 4th point on the board. Ultimates are pretty darn close on both sides. A huge Bionade there out of Little Plume. Blue with a Kitsune Rush to try to push through this choke. We have to be careful of Six's downpour. Everybody might just huddle up in front of it. Nano Boost goes on to Six as a matter of fact. Downpour comes in. Looks like it was perhaps blocked by their own wall. Nobody caught in that. And Crit is able to leverage the Kitsune Rush into an opening pick on Yukino. Six ends up completely smothered. Like Waffle House hash browns and cheese. Like that was just no breathing room for Six at all. I know, probably making a Waffle House reference to an EMEA crowd, not my best work, but you know what? I'm rolling with it, all right? We're rolling with it. Jamie Dodgers, thank you for the follow. Blade, OC, Sound Barrier, all available from OG Rebels. He looks to put a 5th point on the board. Keep an eye out for Shadow from the skies. The Blade's getting the initial threat. Yukino gets cut down to 99%. Sly, no chance to use their ultimate either. No, neither does Shadow. And despite all the check marks available, the defense of Eclissi won't get a chance to use a single one. 5 points on the board now. Important high ground control here from OG Realm. Shadow threatening through window alongside Shy. Low ground push in from Six, goes on to the point. Rally and Blade pull from the defense, immediately cutting through Fabe. There's the barrage in over the top, and that'll be the exclamation point here. The nail in the coffin, but man, that was a long life. A beautiful run there in extra innings out of OG Realm.
Score 3-5. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Blue was thinking about it. Blue was thinking about that auto. Yukino's job is to die first. Well, I mean, they succeeded on that very first attack.
Defend objective A.
It's Sly with a quick dash. I mean, just right over statue into that high ground. Kappa moves up for the peel. Blue's able to find it. Slido overextending right out of the gate, just trying to get it. I think it got a little impatient with that one. Saw vulnerability. Beautiful peel on the crit as well. Crit was very low in that duel inside a hotel. Got some healing there right at the very end. Able to stay alive, and defense stays 5 strong. Buck 20 to go. No Genji now here from the attacking team. Let's fly going into this Sojourn. Really curious where Shadow's attention is. Shadow trying to corral. We try to focus the tank. Look at 4 rockets into that backline. We try to keep Noxu at bay. Noxu's getting threats from both the DPS on the other side. Kappa's been forced inside hotel. Not ideal, but they're going to try to rotate through. See if they can push out into the sports. Yukino in a little bit of trouble, but they're able to get the shield up, and 6 finds the kill. Sliding away at 1 health. But everybody from Eclissi staying alive, finding some picks. Fabe gets cut down here at the end of the fight. That's going to be the car coming out of the garage. Nano and Mirage available here. Looking at the Kitsune Rush from the other side. Shadow waiting for the right moment. 6 may have bit off more than they can shoot. Nano Boost has to throw it in. Shadow comes in, fights 2. The barrage is good. I should have just left it on Shadow's pop. Trust they pull out Ryan Bastion Sim. Okay. OT spawns here from OG Realm. Means they need to be very judicious here with this setup and re-engage. Capo. Woo! Got to throw a caution into the wind, leaping into alley. Here comes the rest of the team, kind of taking the slow route through. Downpour to try to catch the Pharah, doesn't land. 6. Ooh, I don't know if they got much with theirs either. Sunbreaker now thrown in for Puppies. They turn the corner and push out. Bladed hand. Grit will run through Sly. Chases the Sojourn off the battle. With the only 2 players left, neither able to get back to the point. And OG Realm will tie up the series. I knew I should have just left it on Shadow, Paul. Hey, at least we got it. At least we got it. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I know, I wasn't changing my... I wasn't getting set up for my transition. I was too busy watching that play in the game. Okay, we're knotted up after 2. Oh, we're going to schedule out later today. Excuse me. And start getting back and making weekly schedules so y'all can know what to expect as far as what teams to expect. I still owe y'all some VODs from the end of season 4. I just haven't had a chance to get caught up on those. I'm not too far off. All right, auto ban coming through from Eclissi. We're also going to get a side swap here with Circuit being picked. Go look at some stats from that too. Hey, never would have guessed six isn't a tank player. Lay in the lobby. Lay in the lobby at 16K. 34 at 7. Oh, that was map 1. Still leading the lobby at 19K. Monk, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you being here. A Widowmaker ban coming out from OG Realm heading into Circuit Royale. All right, that's enough crappy copyright-free music. That one was particularly bad.
Ready for battle.
Ah, Wolf comes through with the 10 biddies. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Okay, we're going back into the Curie Juno brawl composition. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Teleport. Just get right in their face. Colosseo comes out fearless. Ooh, I owe y'all some preds. I owe y'all preds. I owe y'all preds. I don't care if y'all use them. I just want to get in the habit of doing them every time. Every time. Equipped with a really good recognition of a low sly, is able to dash in and immediately dash back out. Found that small opening where there's no packs coming through. No healing out of a just enormous amount of heal output that comes out from Little Plogue. Crit able to find that small window once again. And is able to take down Shadow this time around. Kappa looked really good on this Ramasha in our opening map. Particularly on Sanctuary. A lot of the times was winning the cooldown trade with 6. Was very judicious in their timing of their cooldowns. Both playing around their opponent, but playing with their teammates as well, it seemed. And just a fundamentally sound Ramasha can be so tough to just... It's such a tiny window, such a tiny opening to try to get through. So Yukino's going to pop the rally, try to catch Kappa. Why is it coming out of Nemesis form? But we are going to get an OC combined with an Kitsune rush down low. Orbital Annihilation tosses from the attacking team doesn't stand a chance against this OC out of Noxu. We'll get another stop. OG Realm have taken half the time baked down, less than 2 minutes to go. Hey. Little Flip comes out, the Zed. Some extra damage, extra discords. Now his focus going on to Kappa here. Keep an eye on where that discord goes. Okay, discord up onto the Genji at the moment. Sly with an OC, push around the corner, is going to find Noxu from the low ground. Discord is, in fact, on Kappa, forcing him back. And then this is forming units. The armor's been chopped through. Kappa with no cooldowns just keeps backpedaling. Crit doing the same. All the way to the finish line of point A here. Where Shadow's got a blade, but you got an orbital answer coming out with the counterpunch from the defense. Ojo Realm able to turn the corner. Yukino's way too far out on that corner side. Crit does get their blade canceled. I didn't even hear the voice line on that one. And despite being down 1, the return fire is good here from Eclissi. Wrestling down Kappa and finding the rest of the kills, marching up the hill, capping this point. There's that spectacular cooldown timing I was talking about. I wonder if you're able to deflect multiple torpedoes so they all fly back at the Juno. That's a Kitsune Rush from Deacon. Kappa. Ooh, barely able to pop that Nemesis in time, but even with the rush, 6 actually staying well on top here in the health bar. Oh, but Kappa has the Annihilation. 6 is forced to answer. Both of them just going to stare at each other for a moment. Little Plume trying to heal Sly up, but Crit's able to dance into the back line. Little Plume had the Transcendence to work with. Ends up not pulling it. Crit's still just causing havoc here. Little Plume actually finds a kill on a Kappa? And Blue? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's not how that was supposed to go. Wait just a minute. All right. Apparently, Little Plume has the 200 IQ, the crystal ball to see in the future, going, I don't need Transcendence here. We're just going to get some late picks. And then we'll use Transcendence here at the top of the hill to counter this blade coming out from Crit. There it is. Right on cue. Crit's going to get just punched down. No need to even go into Crit's palm. You knew that was getting nothing.
60 seconds.
Orbital ready to counterpunch with. We are going to get a recontest. Especially with the OC available, nothing to really hold this. This is positional advantage versus ultimates. Noxie goes down, deflected against the OC, just immediately killed. But the orbital on the point is such a massive advantage. It's going to give a +1 to this defense. Shadow seeing if they can equalize with the blade, but running out of teammates here on this point. The blade doesn't even get a swipe it.
30 seconds remaining.
Last opportunity on point B here for Eclissi. Kappa's discorded, but has not only Kitsune Rush, but an extra speed of the Juno ring to work with. He's going to try to just run into the backline. Pops Annihilation. And Yukino just has nowhere to go. Neither the Shadow. The entire 4 squishies are forced so far off the point. It leaves 6 all alone up on that objective.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
Well executed attack combining Kitsune Rush, Spade Ring, and Annihilation. And leaving just no room there for Eclissi to work with. Massive margins between those, the utility of those cooldowns and ultimates. Gave plenty of time for Kappa to kind of feel out when they wanted to shoot past 6 and go into the back line. It was really well played, really well timed.
Ready for battle.
And once again, just seeing some masterful fundamentals here from Kappa on the Ramacha. We'll go on the attack now. Little Plume sticking with the Zenyatta. Sly on to the fray. We get the new hero once again. Always fun to see the new hero get some playtime.
How do you maintain your tranquility amid endless battles? I focus on my breathing. What? You don't breathe?
gonna get some cool rollout. Yeah, I was expecting some cool rollout. Oh, you're gonna drop an enemy. Okay. It is able to kind of toe the line beautifully with the dashes, with the air dashes. I was worried for Sly for a second. That could have gone south real bad, real quick. But I will say, because of kind of just the cheeky start, it's not nearly a put all of your guns at that front corner. You left that first corner a little open, and it seemed seemingly to be planned as Eclissi quickly pull back here into the strong second corner. But this does give some high ground to Noxu, one that Shadow cannot let you have for free. Dives up's going to take that away. Oh, but the Discord off the table is going to remove a lot of that threat. Still crits picked off. Sly weaves in a nice bolt there. Oh, almost landed the second onto, who was that? On Noxu there in the back line. JTD, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you. Noxu picks up their second in the fight after eventually finding Sly. This is going to be a wicked fast first cat. A little over 5 minutes. With OG Realm not even needing to complete B. That Ramacha voice line just makes me crack up. So irritating. That is a consider rush out of blow. A little disengaged here from a Eclissi. Couple of shots pulled down range, but unfortunately, Little Plume's a little slow. The bolo doesn't land, so you get the explosion damage, but you don't get the pull-in effect. Kappa's chasing a very low 6 to the ends of the earth. Puts a kiddo back in spawn alongside him. This is looking like a flawless attack out of OG Realm thus far. And they're only going to need to win one more fight, and they will take the 2-1 lead. It's going to leave Crypt position deep inside a hotel. Dangerous position at that, knowing so they quickly abandon that. Orbital right throw it on this point to try to cap it out. Blue's already picked up a pair. Overclock in plays as well as a Transcendence. Once all the ults settle, still a big advantage. Noxu's going to extend with a beautiful pick on the Little Plume, and that'll be enough for the map. OG Realm will take their second in a row and move up 2-1. There we go. Eclissi will get the map pick. Oh, who's pinging me? Okay, sorry, I was answering some quick DMs. We get a map pick in here? We do. Eclissi going to Colosseo with the Soldier and Pan. Well, we'll check some stats there from map 3. For Astruck says, Narcos time to shine. Narcos 22-3. Narcos goes 22-3. So I can't argue with that. Can't argue with that in the slightest. So Narcos is crit in game. I had to come back and check. So let's say, I know we didn't see them in game, but yeah, Narcos is crit there on the Genji. Definitely had a great round. Definitely had a great round. We're gonna get a Ramatra ban in from OG Realm here for Colosseo. Yeah, Blue was doing some dinking. Blue was definitely doing some dinking.
Arriving at Colosseo.
Get that Ramatra band plugged in. Let's get our copyright free music turned down. We'll go ahead and get y'all beautiful visage of Colosseo while I go get some breads done. I won't lose you your points. I'm not gonna steal your points away.
Ready for battle. Five, four, three, two, one. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
Okay, both teams showing us the Freya. Amazing. Oh, we're also getting Kappa onto a Zarya here. Always fun to watch. Very curious we start to like differentiate play styles between our Freyas. So it'll be something to start looking for. Obviously very similar positioning for both of our Freyas right now. Just kind of using some jump and some dashes. Slide took quite a bit of damage there. Both of the tanks have their own kind of finishing power to follow up on the burst of the Freya as well. You can see there a 95 charge Zarya does a great job of adding some insult to injury there. With Noxie coming up with that final blow and Kappa's able to finish off Yukino. So wonderful start. Little Plume does pick up an answer, but OG Realm still can control the bot. Is OG better than expected? But yeah, I would consider OG Realm the underdog in this as well, but it's a brand new season, though. I mean, you got to give, time for teams to find their synergy, figure out how they want to respond in certain situations. I mean, I will say, OG Realm have looked very decisive on what they want to play and how they want to play. Although this fight not go in their favor. That was Noxie with the bolo. Couple of direct ADS bolts land. Consider that rush started from Little Plume alongside Sly's bolo. They're able to leverage that into a pick. It's good pressure from the ultimates. Blue goes down, not able to respond with their own Kitsune rush. I gotta be honest, did not see the positioning on Blue. I don't know if they just were trying to disengage to counterpunch with it. Because they went down a little bit late in the fight. Nevertheless, got picked. So it'll be sound barriers against each other. We have had, a bit of a swap here. With Kappa going into a hazard, so no more Zarya. Kappa's able to just duck inside. Everybody avoids the downpour. A bit of a disengaged downpour from 6, no less. Still have this pulse bomb available from Shadow, though. Sound barrier down low. It's too late to save Kappa. So you're gonna push forward. 6 very low to their own right. Yukino sound barrier hits everybody, but everybody's guns are pointed at 6. Sound barrier is not gonna be enough. Crit's gonna pull off the blade. 5 Little Plume in a 3v3 now. Who turns the corner, gets the deflect onto the ADS bolt. But here comes more. Sly had 1 health, Crit had 1 health. Shadow comes through the pair of kills. And this fight has gotten very, very messy. Yukino has to fall back towards Mega. Shadow is forced off the objective, never finds an opportunity to use that pulse bomb. Shadow does land the stick. And Little Plume gets the ultimate out into the fight. Able to keep 6 alive through the messy end of all of that, and it's a flawless fight here out of Eclissi. So, Yukino gets the kill on a crit, making sure it stays that way. This is gonna be some wonderful progress picked up. Ah, is that what it is? The finish buff, says Machu. I was wondering what it was. Denied checkpoint at about half a meter. There it is. They actually C9 the checkpoint, unfortunately. Sly, I don't know if you're going to be able to make it back. Try to wait for the cooldown to come back online. Yay! Gets back up on the safe ground. 3v2 here with Eclissi, a player up. Oh, let's go back to some Sly Pov, actually. We did have a considered rush invested in here from Blue. Downpour thrown in from 6. Kappa's able to use the vital lead to get away from that. 6 jumping in, going face to face. Kappa was very low. Meanwhile, Crit's been able to clean up 2 in the back, so there's just no support system left for 6. Did get that checkpoint picked up here, though. So Eclissi with a big hallmark. They're right at the halfway mark. Both sound barriers thrown in. Ooh, cheeky little position there from Sly. You got found out, though. Yeah. Unfortunately, you had 3 players within striking distance, all immediately convened. You just saw Noxu looping around into the back line. Got the stick, but the Suzu on point. Little Plume is able to get the Kitsune rush into this fight. And you see 6 is going to leverage that into a wonderful pick. So a really good job of kind of thwarting both. Well, thwarting, what was it, both Noxu and Crit? Unfortunately, losing Shadow, not ideal. Dragon Blade on the bridge, but a good bolt puts them down below 50 health. Shadow's there with the finish. Downpour. Ooh, 6 got flipped around. Oh, I didn't quite see what happened there. It looked like a couple of walls landed back to back, and 6 may have gotten booped there by Kappa's wall. It spins the Downpour 180 completely away from OG Realm. And the ult falls totally flat. Was trying to use it to respond to Kappa's. I don't know if it was a boop or a brilliant wall, but some smart play there for whoever made that happen. That slide. Ooh! Blue, did they get the ultimate out? The ultimate is on the table. Blue pays immediately, though. Slide a bit of deal up top. It's going to win that one out over Cret. Little pause in the air. He's got 1 shot in on the Kappa. Kappa's low. There's the double hit. And the finish.
Thanks for pitching me on.
Eclissi are able to protect their lead here with just over 2 minutes remaining. There's a little Plume Kitsune rush. Shadow's there to pick up Noxu. Pulse in the pocket. You can see Fabian just trying to amp speed away, trying to get everybody out from this Kitsune rush, but it was well placed. It was difficult to get back in cover. Kappa didn't have leap, or not quite sure, but ends up stuck on the low ground. We're going to get a great fight here with that checkpoint already picked up. This is going to be some good progress. Beautiful headshot on the Blue. I think they had to Suzu that. Oh, another one landed. They swift step out of that one. Gets the kill on the Shadow, avoids the pulse. Noxu's gonna go down. Fab is gonna drop the sound barrier in response to the other side. Sly gets boobed. Crit trying to get chased. 6 there for a little bit of peel. Sly's able to find a kill on the blue. Let's just go back to some Sly pop. Just hanging out here on the coast. Not able to land that shot, but you get the deflect out of Crit. Crit now looking like they're in a lot of trouble. Six fights probably in the back. This pulse pop is kind of the last-ditch effort. You do have a blue Kitsune rush. I mean, and blue has been outstanding here throughout this series, particularly this map. Good avoid on 6's downpour. That one gets nothing. Noxie throws down a pulse, but it just hits the block. Kitsune rush in from blue. And it's all you got. It's got a hold. Sly's going to throw in the bolo. That looks like it landed square. Kills are coming through, favoring OG Realm, though. And with Crit piling on another one here with this Genji Blade, they're not done with this map. It'll be an overtime push. It's going to take a couple of fights here in OT to make it happen. Yukino coming in and trying to back up Shadow. Shadow wants to stay in as deep as possible, has Pulse. Needs to stay within striking distance. Would love to keep these close spots. So we're going to get, I think we're going to get a challenge here right in the middle. There's the Kitsune rush. 6 goes diving in. Finds 3 caught inside. Good defense matrix, good Suzu, but still Crit goes down. Sly able to weave one through. 2/3 of the way to another ultimate. Fabi's going to get cut down a few percentage away from their own sound barrier. And Eclissi force a map 5 on their pick here in Colosseo. All right, this is how we're kicking off Season 5. Fully CL, thank you for the follow. Okay, so any map that has not been played yet is available. So OG Realm can choose from any game type. They just can't pick from, the maps we've seen. So Busan, Circuit, Kings, and then Colosseo are all off the table. Anything else, though, is fair game, and it's New Junk City here for map 5. When we're going to see OG Realm back into the red outlines and a Lucio ban here for this map. All right, let's go get some stats for map 4. I mean, just a spectacular map all around. There from Eclissi, specifically. So yeah, okay. Liquid is Shadow with fewest deaths. Liquid going 25-3 on that one. Very nice, very nice. And of course, 6, your hit scan player playing tank comes up with most damage once again in that map. 28-5 there in the tank role. Let's see. What was our 5th ban here from Eclissi? It is going to be an Orisa ban. There you go. Get some spreads from map 5. Whew. Okay. Our first... It didn't take long. It didn't take long to find our first map 5 of the season, did it? Day 1. Day 1, we get our first map 5 of the season. At least on stream. Looks like Eclissi took a little bit of a quick break. I'm going to take a little bit of time to get in here. Gives us time to check out some other matches from day 1 here. So, Falling Sand, who was meme drawn back in Season 4, take a 3-0 over Lucky Cat. A Lucky Cat that did very well in playoffs, I remind you. Phoenix Rising was, is this a name change? I have to go back and figure out exactly who that is. But we got Yes, GG, Yes, Yes. So Vipera are now just Vipera. But you have GG, Yes, Yes, where Vipera were under the GG name last season. Dragon Vanguard take the 3-0 over Power Clappers. The Flame 3-0 Team Rats. Don't know much about either of those teams. I wonder if that's the same Flame or similar to the same Flame we saw before. Ooh, Spherical Nuts with the new logo this year. Or this season, rather. Those are our games that have happened so far. Hey, good timing. Got everybody in. Let's get into map 5. All right, let's get into it. It's been an absolute back and forth. With Eclissi taking map 1 that goes all 3 rounds, 99-100 on the final round. And really, that map was very indicative of what we've had throughout this series, right? Eclissi took the opening round on Busan, and OG Realm were able to come back and force that 3rd round. Well, Eclissi ended up winning map 1. OG Realm will win King's Row as well as map 3 on circuit. But Eclissi bounced back there at map 4 and forced us into New Junk City. This is an OG Realm map pick.
2, 1. Initial flashpoint.
Both teams with some symmetrical rollouts, and then it's right into the Genjis. Half the division was AFK. Looked like just a good use of Speed Ring on that one, allowed for the first pick, but a good catch at the aggression there out of Eclissi. So they're able to equalize, although they don't get onto the cap in time to start it from, you know, going to OG Realm. So OG Realm get percentage here early. Anytime you can get, 17% in a losing fight, you can't really argue with that. Yep. Crit die first, returns. Uh-oh, about to die second. Kappa tried to re-engage up top, but they weren't quite at full strength yet. Both supports get punished for that. And Crit ended up outside. So Crit almost goes down. As Crit's going out, the rest of the team moves in down low. When I say rest of the team, I mean, it was really just Kappa and the 2 supports. Well read and picked up there from Eclissi. Now, they do still need to get their break back into this fight. It's an awesome skin, by the way. Ooh, can't quite get the final blow. That was so close. Okay, we'll eventually muscle through Noxu. And at the tail end of the Nemesis form, here comes the Annihilation. Kappa's gonna hold on to there. Slide just melts through everybody. Well-placed Annihilation inside that tithing room.
Next flashpoint, refinery.
Is Sithika being streamed tomorrow? Skill issue Sithika? Oh, is that who I picked? I'll have to go double check on that for you. I was looking through a bunch of games. I don't remember exactly what I settled on. Shadow with speaking of a great opener.
It's go time.
5-0 bank to work with. Noxie's gonna be the first one to pull the trigger. Considering Rush comboed here with the overclock. And Slide just takes all the damage in the world. Beautiful headshot. Well, beginning of the end there for Yukino. That's what I was trying to say. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Shadow has managed to somewhat flip this thing. Oh, but Noxu gets more. Did Noxu just kill everybody in that fight? That was wild. What a fight out of Noxu. I mean, you just have 2 players left, and we're going to get a quick rehead gauge. Where's your supports? Where's your supports, OG? They're close. Orbital thrown right on top of Sly's head. Yukino gets denied a rally out of this Genji blade. Crit's going to find 3 with the blade. Oh, that did swap over. Good catch there, Fudgy. I didn't even realize either. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, like I said, y'all, I had a hell of a weekend. I'm still kind of recovering. I'm still kind of tired. But no, great catch. Say, you get by with a little help from my friends. Lord knows I need all the help I can get from y'all. Annihilation from Kappa. Kappa's gonna drop down though. Kind of LOS Blue there for a moment. Blue has to be concerned with Sly on the other side. Kappa doesn't get the sustain they need. And even though the Annihilation almost from Blue's more of a distraction from Sly, it's good enough to leverage into a kill on to Kappa. 94% on the board. Crit trying to hang on here to get a touch. Will in fact initiate overtime. I think that's about all you're gonna get. Oh, Fable just got punched in the face by a staff. 2-0 here for Eclissi.
Next flashpoint.
They're showing us ducks?
Redux.
Yeah.
This ends now.
Sly getting bailed out by an orbital. You see that health bar went from nothing to full in the blink of an eye. 6 is able to find 2 through it. Whew. And Eclissi going into their final form, putting 6 into this hit scan roll. An important pair of kills there during that fight in first cap here in Refinery. crit working on a D flank. Shadow just gets aggressive. They just take the fight outside. Woo! The quick dash through to finish off Kappa. Shadow wants all 5. Shadow wants the ace. We'll lock at it. There's the engage, there's the orbital. Good stuff from the Kano. Rally's gonna end crit. Oh no, and that's just gonna do it. That is the salt in the wound. 6 going over into the Sojourn. And Eclissi just 3-0 here on New Junk City. I said, enough is enough. Get back into our final form. And Eclissi will claim this map 5. Too many tabs. Too many tabs. GG's. GG's all around. What a great opener. What a great way to start our season 5. Take a look at some stats. Sly going in the tank roll goes 21-2. Leading the server in damage. Fewest deaths. Almost most elims. Most damage. After making that swap. Of course, six did their part as well. Noxu had a hell of a series. Noxu had a really good series. It actually leads the DPS and damage there in map 5, despite the team losing a majority of team fights. So, I mean, really tells you how much work Noxu was doing, excuse me, just kind of in the early parts of those engagements. So a lot of that damage coming in the first half of the team fight. Really, I mean, fantastic series. Fantastic series. We were talking about how, Eclissi should be the favorites in this map. They are able to clutch up. They, fix whatever. I don't know if they fix off-rolling or they change the off-roll experiment or whatever. But they get 6 back of that hit scan roll and it, boom, clean 3-0. They're on New Junk City to close it out. But I think that's all I've got for you today, friends. I think that is all I've got for you. I mean, what a start to our season. I think it's gonna be an awesome season. I can't wait to see y'all here for more of it. But that is gonna do it for me today. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. As always, I will be back for some NA a little bit later on. Stay awesome, stay kind to each other, and I will see you a little bit later on for some NA. All right, bye, friends.